So, hello everyone. So, today we are back with the last part of ASOM BARTA, which we were discussing from last 2 days. Okay, so we were at the last part of this newsletter, which is published recently by the Government of Assam. Okay, which is a current affairs newsletter comprising of every topics that what Government of Assam is directly associated with. Okay, so we have already discussed in the last two parts about various news that are associated with the state of Assam in the past month of December. Okay, so even the newer edition has also come up, that is the February editions comprising of newsletters from January month. So we'll go with this respective part also sooner this week or maybe probably in the next week in association with the time. So today we'll cover the remaining portions of the last newsletter that we have seen in the current past days. So now let's start with the first topic that is saying about all rise for Suranjanas. So you can see this people, all the people. So I'll just change the color. Okay. So this people all rise for Suranjanas. So who are they? So we could see that these are we can see the Suranjanas. They are basically someone who is going with an large, and they are the main police band. Okay, that is an all women police band of the state police, that is the Assam police. Okay, so Suranjana can, we can see that they are performing at the fourth APBN at Kahilipara during its launching ceremony, and the band participating in a parade on Lachit Divas. So if I tell about the proportions of battalions today we have in our state, so Assam police, basically we could see that Assam police has got 14 battalion. So we can see the first APBN is in Sibsagar, second APBN in Tinsukia, third APBN in Jorhat, fourth APBN in Guwahati, fifth in NC Hills, sixth in Kachar, seventh in Kokrajhar, eighth in Abhayapuri, ninth in Nagaon, 10th in Guwahati, 11th in Dergaon, 12th in Sunitpur, 13th in North Lakhimpur, and 14th in Nalbari. So out of this, we have also got some of the IRBNs, basically the 15, 16, 19, 20, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Also after that, we can see some number of task forces in Assam, and then we can see some number of commando battalions. So if I see about the commando battalions, though the first commando battalion we can see is the Black Panther. So it's a specially trained commando battalion to deal with some of the counter-insurgency operations. And therefore, this battalion is headquartered at Mandakata in North Guwahati. Then if I comes towards Birangonas, so this Birangona is a specialized women commando battalion to deal with difficult situations, especially women's security issues. So this force is also headquartered in Mandakata, North Guwahati. But today, this Birangonas are directly under the command of the 4th APBN, which is basically headquartered in regions like Guwahati, that is basically in Kahilipada. Okay, then we have got one another protection unit which is known as SPU. So it's a modern and unique commando force in Assam police, and it basically deals with issues regarding Assam policing or urban policing or VIP security matters. So they basically within the state they go for some of the VIP security measures, like what can you see with respective to the SPGs, that is the special protection group, which are associated with prime ministers, ex-prime ministers, etc. Okay, so in the recent times, we do not have such number of body which are known to be the police band, that is the all women police band. But we can see that in couple of central armed police forces, which defines about the CRPF, CISF, BSF, so they have got some of the respective band who are basically all women. So recently we could see that this decision directly came up in 2021. Okay, and ultimately today we could see that this particular decision of getting an overall women band is in reality today, who are basically coming under the custom of the Assam police. Okay, so therefore this was basically new. So you can be asked that which is the unit which is the all women band unit which will go for every type of functions associated with Assam police. So it is basically the Suranjanas. Okay, so these things you needs to remember over here, that is it says about the Suranjanas. Okay, then we could see that in similar situation, if here it has been mentioned about Lachit Divas. Okay, Lachit Divas. So we all know about that India recently commemorated the Assamese folk hero Lachit Borphukan on 400 birthday. Even this was performed, and various number of celebrations were performed in New Delhi also. Okay, so therefore today we could see that in such a scenario, we know Lachit Borphukan to be one of the important commander and a Borphukan in the Ahom kingdom. Okay, and his leadership was very much important during the 1671 Battle of Saraighat. Okay, so people who are basically over here, can anyone tell me who is the father of Lachit Borphukan? So anyone can come up with the answer. Okay, Lachit Borphukan's father. Please reply in the comment section. So in this category today we could see that this Lachit Divas, which is performed recently on November 22. So this is a very important date. Okay, that is the date of Lachit Divas. Okay, so anyone can come up with the correct answer that who is the father of Lachit Borphukan. So here you could see that in November 22, we can celebrate the Lachit Divas. Okay, so therefore this person who is basically Lachit Borphukan, you can see that he was appointed as a commander in the Ahom kingdom by a king which is known as Chakradhar Singha. So this name is also very important, Chakradhar Singha. Okay, so therefore we could see that he was basically Momai Tamuli Borborwa's youngest child. So please remember the father's name of Lachit Borphukan. This may be crucial in your upcoming exams. Okay, so we could see that Lachit Borphukan's father was Momai Tamuli Borborwa. Okay, and he was appointed as the role of commander by Chakradhwas Singha, and he actively took part in the Battle of 1671, Battle of Saraighat. Okay, so this is the category of this respective news. Okay, so coming up with the next news, adding a mile to higher education. Okay, so you can see Chief Minister of Assam distributing scooties, okay, to some of the performers in the high secondary. Okay, so some of the meritorious students. Okay, so therefore here there has been a mention of a person who is known as Bonikanto Kakoti Merit Award. Okay, so this is a important personality of Assam. So you have to know about who is Banikanto Kakoti. So he was a prominent linguist, literary figure, critic, and scholar in Assamese language. And he has got immense contribution to the language in terms of literature, linguistic, cultural anthropology, and comparative religion. Okay, so today we know that this person who is Bonikanto Kakuti, he has directly suffered various problems, has suffered various number of immense pressure from the respective Britishers, even during the time of the black period of the Assam literature. But still, he tried to write a good number of well number of books. Supposedly, if I say about the English versions of Bonikanto Kakuti's work, so because he have contributed both towards this English as well as Assamese literature. So if I see about the Assamese, so Assamese is formation and development, mother goddess Kamaikha, life and technologies of Sankardeva, Vaishnavite myths and legends. So these are some of the works which was published in English. In Assamese, he has got all such works like Purani Kamrupor Dharmor Dhara, Purani Ohomia Sahitya, Kolita Jatir Itri Barta, then Sahitya Aru Prem and Pokhila. So these are the main works with reference to this person who was Banikanto Kakoti. So here, if I see about the next important thing, that is Pragya Bharati scheme. So what is this Pragya Bharati scheme? So we could see that this Assam Pragya Bharati Scooty scheme has been launched by Government of Assam for the students of the state, and the benefits of the scheme will be given to the girl students who have secured higher marks in higher secondary examinations conducted by AHSEC. Okay, so here today it has been extended even to boys, and out of these beneficiaries, we could see that more number of girls were there as compared to the boys. So boys is around 6052 as compared to girls who was 29,748. Okay, so therefore this is an important scheme which directly is given to some of the meritorious students who is directly performing good number of marks in the criteria of AHSEC. Okay, so yate koa goise that to be eligible for the award, male candidates have to score a minimum of 75%, while the percentage for female candidates has been fixed at 60%. So for female it is 60% and for the male it is 75%, which is also very much important with respective to this scheme. So please do remember this scheme, which was basically discussed immensely, because such number of distributions can be seen where various number of other personalities, cabinet ministers were present in place of even chief minister. Okay, so therefore this was basically in news. So you could see that 35,800 meritorious candidates of higher secondary education eligible, and out of this iman khini male, iman khini female, and this is basically the average that we can see. Okay, so you can see one girl who is basically enjoying the ride with her new scooty. Okay, next, coming to this one, education alone can uplift a society. So you can see this person who is basically Kamalpur's MLA Digonta Kolita at the households of Sankidas for a night stay. Okay, so here, if I have to see about this one, so yate amar discuss koribo laga yate mane kunai. Here basically the MG Narega is discussed. So yate basically amak koa goise je how education can directly make and uplift a society. So we do not have got any relevant. I do not see any relevant things associated over here. Okay, so you can skip this. Then if I comes to the departmental snapshots, so you can see that even in the parliamentary affairs, okay, Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Fernand led the foundation stone of a multi-utility complex to be built at a cost of rupees 14 crore on the residential premises of the Assam Legislative Assembly, okay, which will be basically focused on every type of relations with parliamentary affairs. So here we could see various number of peoples were there. So Yata Biswajit Doimari Asle, that is the Speaker of Legislative Assembly, Numal Momin, Deputy Speaker, Cabinet Ministers, Piju Hazarika, like others. Okay, so this is one of the phenomena. Then if I comes to the agricultural department, so here we could see that 7 international agri-horticulture show concluded in the College of Veterinary Examination Guwahati on December 19. Okay, so in this in this respective category, that more like 2 lakh people visited in the fair. So এই বস্তুটো কিহৰ কাৰণে পাতা গৈছিলে? See today we have been slowly focusing towards agriculture, be it horticulture, be it pisciculture, be it this apiculture. Okay, so this is the primary focus for us. So this shows we can see today has been attended by various participants from across the country and even from outside. So এই শ্ব'টোত ক'ৰ পৰা আহিছিলে মানুহ? ভিয়েটনামৰ পৰা আহিছিলে, ম্যানমাৰৰ পৰা আহিছিলে, থাইলেণ্ডৰ পৰা আহিছিলে, বাংলাদেশৰ পৰা আহিছিলে, নেপাল, ঘানা, কেনিয়া, ভূটান. So all these people directly came toward here, and therefore they participated in this respective agricultural show. Okay, so there will be a total of around 402 that can be seen in this veterinary field, basically of Khanapara. And out of this 402, we could see that every other countries has also put up with our stake. Okay, so hedu karni yate participate koriছিলে. Then if I comes to this one, okay, so who is the CEM? He is the Chief Executive Member of BTR. He is Poro, and he belongs to the government of or the opposition party, which is known as United the area, the Bodoland area is so এইটো পুৰা ধুনীয়াকে light up কৰা গৈছিলে 2 years complete কৰাৰ কাৰণে. Okay, so therefore it was in news. So recently if I have to see about the months in photos, you can see Assam cabinet led by Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma Gandhi Mandapot tekhete eneke cabinet meeting korisile. Then we can see over here that is a truck carrying 2000 solar lights donated by Art of Living Foundation under Light a Home project for Dima Hasao and Karbi Anglong districts eneke flag off korisile. Okay, then we could see about the images from the 8th edition of festival. So yate Falcon Festival or kotha koa goise. So what is this Falcon Festival? So has recently organized the festival. This festival is celebrated mainly for two main ideas in mind. First idea to ki hoy? First idea is to spread awareness about the Amur falcon, okay, which is actually a bird. Okay, bird to kotha. And is the second aim is to promote the traditions and culture of the Dimasa people of the state. Okay, so judi moi ko Amur falconor kotha. Okay, so Amur falcon is a small and efficient avian hunter belonging to the falcon family, and it's a migratory bird coming all the way from Siberia, northern China, crossing India, and even going into the regions like Madagascar in Africa. Okay, but we can see that over the years, okay, a huge population of this bird suits parts of Assam and Nagaland as their roasting destination, and the Assam and Nagaland has directly welcomed the arrival of this bird and has also caused the need to preserve this as one of the main areas of concern in the regions. So therefore seminars associated for the protection of this bird will be undertaken. Okay, so কাৰণে এই বাৰ্ডটোৰ কথা আহিছিলে আমুৰ ফেলকন so therefore falcon বুলি কোৱা যায় okay so obviously if I see about the IUCN status of this amur falcon so it belongs to the status of near threatened so ইয়াত এইটো এতিয়ালৈকে আমাৰ কোনো problem নাই okay but still if people started hunting this respective bird then obviously at some point of time we will make this bird endangered and even critically endangered in the upcoming times okay so সেইটো কাৰণে আমি ইয়াতে we have seen that this is the particular arena where this bird was basically like preserved in this respective area and to much aware the people about the importance of this bird সেইটো কাৰণে festival to পতা গৈছিলে তাৰ ওপৰত if I see about the culture of the Dimasa people so who are basically Dimasa peoples so these Dimasa peoples are an ethno-linguistic community who are presently inhabiting in regions of Assam and Nagaland state and they speak what they speak the Dimasa language that is a Tibeto-Burman language okay so আজি যদি মই কওঁ about the Dimasa people okay so this Dimasa who is basically speaking the language of the Dimasa language so it stands for Dimasa that means son of a big waters and here referring to Brahmaputra only so Brahmaputra river which is known as Dilao in Dimahasao Dilao Dilao so Brahmaputra খন তেখেতসকলে কি কয় Dilao বুলি কয় okay so therefore these people who basically belongs to the earliest indigenous ethnic groups of Northeast India, which are basically Kocharis. And they are basically a part of the Boro Kochari family of the ethno-linguist groups of Northeast India. Okay, আৰু এই যে বড়ো কছাৰী ফেমিলিত পৰে বড়ো কছাৰী ফেমিলিত কিমানবিলাক পৰে supposedly Boros পৰে Tripuri পৰে Rabha পৰে Garo পৰে Tiwa পৰে Kos পৰে even Moranu পৰে okay so therefore these people who speak Dimasa language basically it's a Boro আৰু Garo mix হয় এই Dimasa language to Boro আৰু Garo mix হয় okay so therefore today we know about this Dimasa people okay we know that this Dimasa religion তেখেতসকলে যিটো follow কৰে maximum 99% of these people follows Hinduism and their main occupation is basically agriculture okay so যদি মই আজি কওঁ about their respective festivals so Busu Dima is one of the main festival of this respective Dimahasao peoples okay and it's an important festival okay and it's basically celebrated also obviously it's just like Bihu যেনেকৈ আমি agricultural fest বুলি কওঁ so Busu is also an agricultural fest because it is celebrated after completion of the harvest okay so this word Busu directly gives the meaning such as Brai Sibrai which is directly the supreme god of Dimasa so তেখেতসকলৰ supreme god কি হয় Brai Sibrai okay which is basically the supreme god in Dimasa society okay so therefore today we know that these people who are basically these Dimasas okay so these Dimasas today are under the Dimahasao Autonomous Council which is basically a scheduled autonomous council under the 6th schedule okay so therefore today this is the important element of this Dimahasao and these people who are an important part of our Northeast India so even if I talk about the respective dance which is very much popular it is known as the Baidima 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 so Baidima is what it's a traditional dance of Dimasa okay traditional dance of Dimasa okay so if I see about the 2011 census so 2011 census mote they were around 2,62,400 people who are basically known as the Dimasa tribe okay so therefore we can see that these people directly wants to engrave their own culture and therefore this falcon festival is directly making importance mainly with two regions with the basic aim to preserve the Amur falcon which is a migratory bird coming in from all the way from Siberia having their breeds in this respective country and also to facilitate the advancements of the Dimasa tribes towards the main society okay so yate ei duta karone ei falcon festival to pata jay okay next coming to this agriculture minister so it's a agriculture horticulture show so you can see this is the one so here ki hoy panoramic view of the BTR assembly hall in Kokrajhar on the occasion of the second anniversary of the BTR council okay so this is one of the important like place okay of the respective boroughs where they take some of the important decisions where they sit for various number of debates and discussions so ekhini yate amar dekha jay in this BTR hall which is basically in Kokrajhar okay then we can see about Assam Divas that is celebrated recently by the people of Assam okay on the very date of September 2 because it is one of the birth date sorry not September 2 December 2 okay so December 2 every year this particular Assam Divas is celebrated on the respect of Sukafa who is basically one of the founder member of the Ahom kingdom in Assam okay so he all the way migrated from the regions like Mongmao in the Yunnan province. Today it is in China. Okay, so therefore he was born in 1228, and therefore he established this capital of Charaido in around 1253. Okay, so therefore he was one of the founder member of the Ahom kingdom and is basically the architect of Assam. Okay, so for his remembrance, we can see that he yate Bokota Sipsagarot Assam Divas Palan Kora Goisila by the people who are basically Tayam. So this is basically their traditional dress. Okay, so hetu kotha yate asile. Next, it takes two to tango. So here it's basically showing about ki koise kunai yate entrepreneurship or kotha koi ase. So here we have nothing relevant. Okay, so here basically koise je keneke dujon manhue entrepreneurship skill loi pele they try to develop each other. Okay, next, if I take about here combating climate change. Okay, so jodi yate moi climate change or kotha ko. So today we know that Assam is very much vulnerable towards every forms of climate change. So আজি আমাৰ ইয়াতে বহুতখিনি problems হৈ আছে, and in these problems we could see that Assam is directly at the edge of all such number of disasters that we can see in the real time. So যদি আজি মই disasters related কথা কওঁ, so ইয়াতে Assam is one of the prime element, and therefore recently even the policy makers has got concerns over Assam and its effect towards the climate change. So ইয়াতে কোৱা গৈছে যে Assamৰ কমসে কম 15খনমান districts এনেকুৱা আছে, okay, like where we could see that maximum number of effects can be seen in relation to disaster. Kalipuri disaster হয় এই 15খন districtত বহুত বেয়াকে আমাৰ লছ হ'ব পাৰে. Okay, so ইয়াতে কোৱা গৈছে about Assam's Karimganj district, which is basically a part of the Barak Valley. Okay, and the other 14 districts are like Kualpara, Thupuri, Dorong, Sunitpur, Gulaghat, Kachar, Borpeta, Kokrajhar, Tinsukia, Baksa, Morigaon, Dibrugarh, Sibsagar, and Hailakandi. So these are all the states. So আজি Barak Valley যদি মই ক'ব যাওঁ, Barak Valley কৈছে Kachar আৰু Hailakandi. These are the two states, okay, which has got more prominence towards disaster fatalities. আৰু যিখিনি হাইলাকান্দিৰ সাউদাৰ্ণ এৰিয়া সেইখিনিত অলপ এফেক্টেড হৈ আছে. তো ইয়াতে মানে ওভাৰঅল যদি মই ক'ব যাওঁ যে কাচাৰ ভেলীৰ গোটেইকেইখন ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্টছতে, কাচাৰ হওক, হাইলাকান্দি হওক, কৰিমগঞ্জ হওক, অ'কে, চ' গোটেইখন ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্টতে আমাৰ এটা প্ৰিভেলেঞ্চ আছে কিহৰ ভালনাৰেবিলিটিজৰ. So therefore, outside this, we can see all other districts which I have recently named. Okay. So therefore, yate etu koa nai je these districts are vulnerable to which respective climatic disaster. But at a koa goise that they are very much at risk of any forms of disaster which may come in the near future. Okay, so yate hetu karne we are directly trying our level best to make the areas free from such number of vulnerabilities, and therefore we can see that Assam is mainly vulnerable towards flood as well as towards landslides. Okay, because we have got hilly regions in us. Okay, so yate hetu karne we have come up with various number of like indexes through which we are directly making our Assam free from such number of disasters. So even today, if I say about Assam, so Assam today ranks 5th in most vulnerable state to climate change in India. So আজি all India, okay, বেলেগত টপ কৰিব নোৱাৰিলে কিন্তু এইটো টপ হৈ আছে Assam. That Assam is today ranked 5th in comparison to the climate change that we can see in our country. Okay, and therefore it has been recently said even by the Minister for Science and Technology of Assam, that is Kekhom Mohanto. Okay, and even the Department of Science and Technology Assam has ranked 5th the most vulnerable state to the climate change in our country. Okay, so therefore today we could see that yate koise je with various number of other districts, just what I have mentioned, yate sobotke besi most vulnerable hoy Karimganj. Karimganj is the most vulnerable district amongst everyone. So therefore today Assam has directly come up with various number of plans. Aru hetu karne yate kune implement kore all these policies. It is basically Assam State Action Plan for Climate Change, jak ami kau ASAPCC. Okay, ASAPCC. Okay, so yet ASAPCC ki kore? Here the ASAPCC directly controls every type of changes that we are seeing in the climates. Okay, so ইয়াতে কোৱা গৈছে ASAPCC দ্বাৰা যে আসামৰ যিটো টেম্পাৰেচাৰ হয় সেই টেম্পাৰেচাৰটো by 0.59 ডিগ্ৰী সেলসিয়াছ over the last 60 years বাঢ়িছে. Okay, মানে 0.59 ডিগ্ৰী সেলসিয়াছ কেতিয়া বাঢ়িছে in the last 60 years, supposedly considering it from 1951. So 1951 পৰা যদি মই 2010 লৈকে ধৰো, so আসামৰ টেম্পাৰেচাৰটো 0.59 ডিগ্ৰী সেলসিয়াছ বাঢ়িছে. And therefore we can see that yate Assamot jikhini amar climate change or projections ase. Okay, so extreme jitu rainfall azikali amar ki hoise flood situations bahi goi ase. Okay, in every now and then we can see flood type of situations getting occur. So from this 1951 till 2010 we can see that 38% amar yate rainfall activities bahi goise, mane rainfall amar yat bahi goi ase. Okay, and therefore it is predicted that until the next decade yate is it to 0.59. Okay, not next decade, actually it is until next 50-60 years. Okay, is it to 0.59 bahisile etu goi pela 1.72 degrees Celsius bahibo, which is a very hot type of climate that can be seen within the state of Assam. Okay, so etu nohuake ami jodi basibo paro, that is more important for us. Okay, because Assam today see that every forms of pattern today is changing with respective to Assam. Okay, also we could see that many number of peoples will be displaced by such number of climate change, and many number of peoples will be affected by such number of climate change. তো সেইটো কাৰণে আমাক ইয়াতে এটা ৰেপিড প্লান লাগে, so that we could come over such number of action plans, and therefore we could protect such number of such number of vulnerabilities with our respective state, and we can save every other people who is basically associated with such number of calamities. Okay, so therefore today we could see that here the climate change is one of the major phenomena which is impacting even the state of Assam. Okay, so as iman dekhisa je how we can see that there is very less number of days where we can feel cold or winter season, so it is very less. So there are more number of hot days today we can see in our state. Okay, jodi moi ko april manor pai gorom arambho hoi jabo. So april or pora aram se october november tak, april may june july august september october november, so around 8 to 9 months we face some number of heat conditions in our state. So the cold conditions has directly went down. So in every circumstances today, Assam is facing some form of climate change, which is basically one of the phenomenons why the temperature is slowly and slowly increasing in Assam. So therefore, climate change has to be tackled with utter importance. And it is not that Assam can only go ahead for preventing this climate change. It is basically the role of all other states. Okay, be it even for the government of India to have such number of control on every other factors which can cause climate change, because today we know that factors that affects the climate change includes even the natural factors, supposedly volcanism, changes in earth's orbit, continental drift. So all this can happens, but there are more number of anthropogenic regions why the climate change is basically occurring. So be it the use of greenhouse gases, be it the atmospheric aerosols, okay, be it the shift in land use pattern. So all these things are basically some of the factors of anthropogenic regions why the climate change has been rapidly increasing. So therefore today it is evident from various number of records and institutions that global temperature rise has also conducted some of the rise in the Earth's temperature. So আমি কৈ আছে যে we will try to control the Earth's temperature by 1.5 to 2 degrees Celsius so that the climate change does not occur and it can directly not affect any part of the respective country or any part of the respective world. Okay, so therefore this writer by Rizwan Uj Zaman, so he tried to analyze about the various aspects why Assam is faced with such a number of disaster and why Assam has got such a number of vulnerabilities. So he had discussed all the respective regions about even the ASAPCC 2.0, which is concerted effort by the Assam government to adapt and mitigate the adverse impact of human-induced climate change, that is basically anthropogenic regions. Okay, so they are coming up with the focus areas of ASAP 2.0 includes 9 thematic sectors. So these sectors are very important, mainly agricultural focus koribo, water resource management focus koribo, environment, forest, biodiversity focus koribo, including tourism, energy sector focus koribo, renewable energy and enhanced energy efficiency, human heritage sector কথাত focus কৰিব, transport focus কৰিব, human health sector focus কৰিব, disaster management sector focus কৰিব, and lastly strategic knowledge management sector focus কৰা যাব in this ASAPCC 2.0. Okay, so therefore this revised ASAPCC 2.0 will come up with some of the systematic challenges that we are facing in this current state, and therefore all such number of process needs to be adapted in the near future so that we could get some of the benefits from every type of policies or schemes that are taken to prevent any forms of disasters in the coming times. Okay, so this was all discussed in this respective topic, which was basically saying about the climate disaster prevalence. Okay, so yate we are directly ending this analysis of this ASOM BARTA, okay, of the January section. Hope you have loved this analysis, okay, covering every topics. So by the next time we will be coming up with the February edition, which is directly sharing some of the newses of January. Okay, so before prelims we will try to cover until February. So February logai current affairs amar clear hoi thakibo lagibo. So therefore we will try to cover even the February edition by the time of March. Okay, so this was all with the analysis of this Ahom Barta of January section. Okay, so thank you all for participating and attending this lively session. Okay, so for then, until the promised, we will be meeting you next time. Jai Hind.